Good morning. Happy Ides of May, at least if you are on the eastern side of the international date line at this point. And happy sunrise if you happen to be on the other side of the international date line and pretty far north in, say, Markovo in the Chukotka Autonomous Okrug of Russia. And the Democrats out there are probably saying, whoa, he got hacked too, if he's focusing on Russia. Nah, just well rested, and I had to pre-record an interview with Diamond and Silk, and I had to prepare for that, so this is the first chance I've got. Yeah, that's right, Diamond and Silk coming on Backlash later today. The new podcast comes on at 6 p.m. on Shark Nation Radio, so yeah, sorry, you'll have to deal with your sunrise report a little bit late. But yeah, I'm well rested and very energetic. Had a few coffees too, so that may be part of it. So happy Ides of May east of the international date line. By the way, a little bit more about Markovo. I figure if I'm late, I could at least tell you a little information about the obscure place where the sun is rising. One of these days I'll do it at like 1 a.m. and do it someplace you're a little more familiar with, like London, England or something like that, or London, New Pakistan as I like to call it now. But I don't have many choices if I do it. What am I doing it? Like 4.5, 5 hours late from where the sun rose in Ormond Beach, Florida, because there's just not much going on in this part of the world. The sun's basically rising over the South Pacific, but it's so far north, in those parts of Siberia. Is it even Siberia, that far northeast? I don't know. But not many places to choose from, but you can always find something around the Arctic where the sun is rising this time of year, until we get to June, in which case I think the sun is always up, like by the time you're in early to mid-June, so I can't even do sunrise reports from them, so I'll figure that out when the time comes. By the way, Markovo, the sunrise time is 3:15 in the morning, and that's not even that far north compared to other parts of northeast Siberia. And Markovo, by the way, translates as wooden hut. I don't see that I have too many listeners from there, something I guess I could work on, but on the bright side, I don't think there are too many social justice warriors in that part of Russia. It doesn't seem like the kind of place with a population of 809 people, and that's a fairly large population for that part of Russia, and mostly native Russian as opposed to native whatever is in that part of Northeast Asia. I guess they wouldn't be Eskimos there. But no, I don't think too many social justice warrior types, not too many American college student mentalities around there. But again, I was not hacked. I'm just talking about that part of Siberia, but we're now going to talk about the Miss USA, the new one who just arrived, a black woman for the second year in a row, a black woman from DC. I guess they're doing something right there as far as the Miss USA pageant, and we like her. Just to put it bluntly, we like her. This was a story I saw at the Gateway Pundit. I saw the link up there. She got politically incorrect, but she didn't just do it once. She did it twice, and then you can add to that the fact that it's politically incorrect for a black woman in particular not to spout the Democratic Party line. So, from the start, she gets extra points. I mean, look, if you're Miss Nebraska, you're a blonde, white farm girl, there's a good chance you probably are, and especially one in beauty pageants, there's a good chance you're on the Trump train. But again, this is a black woman from DC. Not really from DC, she works for the government. And why does she work for the government? Because she's a very well-trained scientist. Not science in terms of the March for Science, but a real scientist. I guess it's radiochemistry, whatever that is, I guess with X-ray, I don't even know. I mean, look, I have a pretty good education. I won 3 times on Jeopardy. I don't even know what a radiochemist does, but it's pretty technical. This is not majoring in gender studies. She also went to a historically black college, South Carolina State, so I guess it's even more in the face that she has these views. And she is the daughter of a Marine, grew up on a bunch of bases, so she's not really from DC, but I guess she's not really from anywhere in particular, as it goes when you're a daughter of the military, of a Marine, which she is. Real science background as opposed to I'm against global warming science background, so all good here. And you can watch the videos. She handled herself with poise, which might not be that unusual for a pageant like this. And so, needless to say, she is divisive in the way that Tim Tebow was divisive maybe 5-6 years ago, and they like to call her that. Never Colin Kaepernick is divisive, but Tim Tebow is divisive because it's in your face to leftists and all sorts of negativity that way. Okay, thank you, Jim Hoff, for writing the article, which I am going to read right now. I may have skipped the start. Miss District of Columbia, Cara McCullough, or maybe McCullough, I don't know, it's one of those Irish names that you don't know what to do with the GH. Miss District of Columbia, Cara McCullough was crowned the new Miss USA Sunday in Las Vegas. Again, that is the pageant that Donald Trump at least used to own, as well as the Miss Universe. She's going to compete in that. He writes, the beauty works in the U.S. Nuclear Regulatory Commission as a chemist, which takes a little more skill than working at Hooters, obviously. The father is a Marine, as I mentioned. She grew up all over. There was no snowflake studies for her. Let's get a little bit more from her biography in Wikipedia. Born in Naples, Italy. So I guess if they wanted to stretch it, in a place like South Philly, you could say that, oh, great, the garbage truck is out here now. In a place like South Philly, there really is a connection to Naples, Italy, more so than Christopher Columbus, who grew up basically like within 100 miles of the French Riviera, all the way up there in Genoa. Hold on a minute. Here comes the garbage man. Oh boy. Put in whatever metaphor you want here. Her father was a member of the U.S. Marine Corps. What can I tell you? I don't have my own studio. Send money. I can have my own studio and I don't have to worry about garbage trucks coming in and taking the garbage. What can I tell you? But you're going to have to wait. Read what Maggie Farnsworth wrote. I'm the daughter of a military dad. I know of many military reservations. Okay. And then there's another dumpster that they have to get. Another dumpster right back there. Bear with me. Here, hold on. I'll let you see it. See, I'm not making this up. Not making it up. How many places do you get to hear a discussion of the new Miss USA where a trash truck goes right by? They're fun to watch. Hold on. These things are always pretty cool. I still have at least one member of the audience left. Okay. Wait, let's see the truck backing up. Now leaving. Yes, I'm in the back of a shopping center where the coffee shop is. Grew up in places such as Sicily, South Korea, Japan, and Hawaii. Attended South Carolina State University. Bachelor of Science with Chemistry with a concentration in radiochemistry. The school is 75th Miss South Carolina State University. I think I can start talking softer now. While a student, what groups was she in? Not Antifa. She was in the American Chemical Society, the Health Physics Society, and the American Nuclear Society. She has been inducted into the Golden Key International Honor Society and the National Society of Black Engineers. I love this trash truck in the background. Okay, so Jim Hoff in the Gateway Pundit continues. Tonight, during the question and answer section, Cara told the audience healthcare is a privilege and not a right, and that creating jobs is important. She said feminism is essentially man-hating. Ha! Beauty and brains. She is amazing. So see the two links up there. Now we'll get to what a few commenters said. First of all, he quotes, and see you later, oh no, they still have more garbage to pick up. A few tweets that Jim Hoff put there of people who are very troubled by this development. I think I gotta adjust this better. Woo! Technical problems today. Keely Cunningham of Red Lion, PA, who is white, writes this. Huge fan of Miss USA being a black woman and a scientist and advocate for science education. But, dang, she could use a class on social issues, says Keely Cunningham of Red Lion, PA. I think that's in Chester County, which is one county west of where I'm from in Delaware County. But, dang, okay. Thank you, Keely Cunningham, who is white. Shanae Thompson, MPH. I'm always a little wary of people who put their degrees in their Twitter handles, but so be it. She wrote, Jersey was a woman of color, but Indian. So halfway, that half of Senator Kamala Harris, as opposed to the black half of Kamala Harris. This is an Indian woman, so partial credit, I guess. She wrote, Shanae Thompson, however, is black. The Miss Jersey, New Jersey, USA was Indian. Jersey was robbed. I was on board with DC until she gave that sad, uneducated, a great use of uneducated. She majored in chemistry, not public health. Answer on healthcare. Nope. Hashtag Miss USA. Then another black woman writes, outrageous at underscore the opinion. A brown girl won Miss USA. No, actually, well, I mean, if you're looking at the color spectrum, the color chart at a paint store, yes, a brown girl won. But no, the black girl actually won, and she's not a light-skinned, high yeller type. She's pretty clearly mostly of African descent. This is not Kamala Harris we're talking about. A brown girl, but I think she means a black girl because the brown girl came in second, or maybe she went to bed before the end. One, brown being Indian. One Miss USA, but she thinks affordable health care is a privilege and feminism is man-hate. So she's canceled. Hashtag bye, girl. Then Tara Bolin, a white girl, right? What? No! This is the first Miss USA I don't approve of. By the way, Tara Bolin's kind of cute, just for the record, on the outside at least. Her answers showed she is uneducated. Again, what's her degree in again? But Tara Bolin thinks she's uneducated on women's and healthcare issues. Sarah corrects her. This is Sarah Graham 6. Feminism doesn't mean you don't care about men. District of Columbia clearly doesn't know a thing about feminism. And so those are comments in the article. But here are some comments that the readers of Gateway Pundit put in. Awesome is exactly right. What a wonderful example and role model, not just to the black community, but to everyone. Naturally, she will be slandered and dissed by the left. And yep, you can see that already. I mean, it might be only in a 24-hour news cycle, then they'll forget about her. But who knows? And again, there will be a response to that from Diamond and Silk later at 6 p.m. It debuts on the podcast, on the new podcast of Backlash on Shark Nation Radio. Okay, more comments. Made my night. Such a risk taker. Love her. In this PC world, she gave her honest opinion and stood tall. Another comment. It shows the schism between the left and the right. The right believes in the person, not the checklist the left demands she must adhere to. Another. This is so true. She is the type of gal women in the office will hate due to beauty and how well she gets along with men. Another. How wonderful to see a woman willing to stand up against the political correctness spewing from the perpetual victim snowflakes and the feminazis. Another. What? I'm amazed she still won this thing. 2 non-PC answers in one night? Wow. Especially with the kind of judges on these shows. She did great. I don't know who the judges are. Remember, this was owned by President Trump, or maybe it even still is. I don't know. So maybe the answers aren't as held against her as they might be somewhere else. Someone else writes, oh my gosh, you're right. She does remind me of Wonder Woman. How cool is that? She has the big hair going for her, albeit a different style. She's super tall, slim, and smart as a whip. And by the way, with the hair, she very consciously, and mentioned it, and it's in the Wikipedia page, wanted natural black hair in there. So she did not straighten it like the great hero of official black America, Beyonce, whose hair may not look like the hair of an African tribeswoman. Let's just put it that way. But she left it natural, Miss USA. Now Miss USA. Someone else. Perfect. A nonconformist and a leader. Let the whiny liberals begin. She's not this. She is not that, etc. She is a woman, and who knows where she is, where she wants to go, and God willing, she will succeed. And then someone has a comment about Jim Hoft's title at the Gateway Pundit. Miss DC wins Miss USA pageant after dissing man-hating feminism. Social judges, then the hyphen, then social justice warriors suffer meltdown. And then someone comments about the title. Now that is awesome. Well done. And then the final comment here is congratulations, Kara McCulloch. McCulloch, definitely not McCulloch. She's not a Ashkenazi Jew. I don't know where that came from. I know it came from me, so I betrayed my own ethnic heritage there. Congratulations, Kara McCulloch. Something good has finally come out of DC. You're smart, you're beautiful, and color me impressed that you stand tall both physically, mentally, and morally. Actually, that's 3 things you mentioned, so it's not both, but okay. You stand tall physically, mentally, and morally. way to go. A beacon of hope indeed. Now, you probably expect me to say, thanks for watching, which I sort of defaulted to as my closing line. I realize I don't like having some sort of closing tagline the way Tommy Lauren, after she says the S word gratuitously like 5 times in a video, then says, God bless, like that. No, I'm not going to say thanks for watching. I'm going to try to avoid having these closing lines. And so I'm not going to say this over and over again, but that's all I have to say.